Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and I'm so excited to bring you another Zach down. This is Zach with Zach Attack Cards, and we're going to be kicking off what's going to be a week and a half of Topps Chrome WWE videos. I'm so excited, so glad to was able to get my hands on these. Not quite as difficult as it was last year, being like the debut year or whatever. The megas are still pretty hard to come by, and let's just face it, the hobby prices are out of this world. So that's not going to happen on this channel. So we're going to open up some blasters. The first video here is we're going to open up 3 blasters, and we're going to view this like a real old kind of tag team match, a little 6-man, right? A little 3-on-3. So I got 3 more of these to open in the next video. And then after that, we will have some megas, and it'll just be awesome. We'll get to kind of sample everything. So hope you guys enjoy wrestling, because we are going to be getting into it. We're going to be talking, going back a couple of weeks to WrestleMania, being that it was like the big kind of turning point. That's kind of my idea behind what exactly we're going to, be referencing when it comes to checking out the guys that are actually coming in this set. I mean, everybody on the box here, with the exception of Julia, had a pretty massive match on the grandest stage of them all. So some came out winners, some did not. In fact, only one of them did, right? Jacob Fatu. Let's rip into these, and we'll do the usual. We'll take a look and see what comes in them. And as you guys know, Topps Chrome a pretty quick rip, so I don't think this video will take a ton of time. But there's tons and tons of stuff to look for. They're just like the other Topps Chrome sets. There are hobby exclusive, kind of case hits and things and inserts and cards like that. There's even a part of the set that's hobby exclusive, which I think is honestly kind of stupid. So the base set itself goes 1 to 200, I think. Maybe 201. I think there's like a weird card in there. And then the 2 to 300 are all like hobby exclusive cards, which is a little bit strange. I mean, they look like they're subset cards, but we'll see. If I decide to get into actually making the setup, then I'll deal with whether or not I gotta just try to pick those up as signals or what. But I do think making part of the set itself exclusive to hobby is not ideal, especially for us set builders out there that aren't going to pay several $100s for a hobby box of this stuff. But we are going to get into it. So, got all the packs out. Let's take a look at the box. So we can expect 3 exclusive diamond plate refractors per box. Pretty cool. So I'm guessing those are going to look similar to the ringside steel steps. Same thing there, 7 packs, 4 cards, 28 cards. I don't think that's changed at all. Look for that, and look for that, and that. So basically all the same kinds of things. I really wish Topps would use their boxes as a chance to advertise more stuff. It just seems like they kind of repeat the same old stuff on all the boxes. But anyway, so like I said, here's how we're going to run this little game. So we're basically going to pick out the best cards, the best. We'll do maybe top 3, maybe top 5, depending on how good these are. And then we will compare them to the results of the next video. And just choose a winner. And like I said, just fun, like we always do. I'm not going to choose it based on value or anything. And this is going to be my first look at the product. I have been as patient as I can be, which took a long time, but there's my guy, Aleister Black. Absolutely love him. Loved what he was doing up until WrestleMania. And if you believe the stories, he was supposed to be in the Pat McAfee position, but sounds like the TKO fellas did not like that, stepped in, changed it to Pat McAfee. And now, unfortunately, Aleister finds himself without a job in WWE, which I absolutely hate. But I don't know. Maybe I'll go back to AEW and have a nice run there. So that's what the base card looks like. Very plain. Very Prism-like, if I had to be perfectly honest, with the solid silver background. It looks a lot like the the Panini Prism releases of previous years, but not too bad. Also, not a lot of rookies to look for in this. I think Talatonga is one of the biggest names. And then the Dark State guys in NXT. But other than that, not very rookie heavy. Stevie Turner here on the next one. And we get good old Tyler Breeze on the Legend. Followed by a focus reel, Julia. Very cool insert there. So maybe we'll just kind of put the inserts. You know, we're going to put the base cards over here because I feel like since I kind of always end up with them in my right hand, it just makes more sense to be able to put them straight down. But let's see what we can get. Very excited here. Austin Theory. This is pre his association with Division, which who knows where that storyline's going. I guess they're going to kind of get back together and then go after Seth Rollins again, or I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Kiana James pulled her auto out of WWE Universe. There he is, the final boss, The Rock. And a focus reel of Ciampa, who is also no longer with the company, now with AEW, and having a nice little run over there. We made him the TNT champion, I think it was, for, I don't think it was too long, a couple of weeks maybe, something like that, when he first got to the company. Ooh, AJ Lee making her return. There we go. Got lots of shiny stuff in here. 3 different ones, and at least one is numbered. Let's go. Nia Jax. Oh, and I should mention before we get too far, they are doing the Topps Chrome buyback program, for those that don't know. Very similar to the baseball that they've been running now for the last couple of years. Very similar to the basketball that they're running. So this is, the buybacks will be Liv Morgan and Roman Reigns. Basically the two, I guess they chose the 2 Royal Rumble winner matches to determine what would be the buyback. But look at that, to 75 Nia Jax. Followed by an awesome Charlotte Flair refractor. I wonder, is that the diamond plate refractor? Because it does look different than the others. But the Nia, very nice little purple lava. But there is our, these are exclusive, right? Diamond plate, yep. 3 exclusive diamond plate refractors. I like that. And then the Eras of Excellence. So I think these are meant to show like kind of previous iterations of the stars. As you can see down at the bottom, Becky Lynch in the 2010s, back when she was kind of still doing the steampunk stuff. So you know Topps Chrome. Topps Chrome always does a nice job when it comes to inserts. And they even share a lot of inserts with their other Topps Chrome products like the Helix, and we'll see if we stumble across them. But there we go so far. Nice numbered parallel out of the first blaster. I'll take it. And we got Xavier Woods, who I think is out injured. Rey Mysterio, if sources are to be believed, or I guess I should say the dirt sheets, whatever you want to call it, he'll be wrapping up his time pretty soon. Lash Legend, kicking it, killing it with the Nia Jax, even though they did lose. And Izzy Dame on the focus reel. So definitely seems like that is the most common insert. We've gotten that in every pack except the last one. Now we're moving over. We get Tozawa to kick off this pack. And big Mark Henry on the Legends. Here's our next diamond plate, Stevie Turner. Bret Hart Era of Excellence, 1990s. The excellence of execution. What a phenomenal talent he was. In spite of all the junk he talks nowadays about all the wrestlers. I swear there isn't a day that goes by that he doesn't say something controversial. Tyler Bate. And now we get, it's insane to me the amount of lint and dust and just junk that's all over these cards, man. But Ricky Saints on the focus reel. This is a refractor. So a little bit different. It says refractor down there. And there she is, Mommy Rhea Ripley. Nice pick there. The new WWE Women's Champion, followed by George the Animal Steel from WrestleMania. That looks super similar to the inserts from last year. Just looks like maybe slightly different centering. So possibly a bit of a recycled gimmick there. And now we move to Elton Prince. Get well soon, man. That was one nasty neck injury. There's Penta. Man, from day one with this guy, they just presented him as a superstar, and he has grabbed the ball and ran with it. Ilya Dragunov on a standard refractor, not the diamond plate. It says refractor underneath the name there. So maybe we'll make even a separate pile for those. And the focus reel is Chelsea Green, who I think is absolutely killing it just about any time she gets a shot. She is a good wrestler, a heck of a wrestler, to be honest, better than good. She's funny, she's really got the whole package. Tavion Heights, followed by Kendall Gray, who is a very fast rising star in NXT. And our last diamond plate of the first box, Ray Phoenix, followed by Eras of Excellence, Rowdy Roddy Piper, 1980s. Classic Piper. So that was box number 1. So we do end up getting a numbered card and besides the guaranteed refractors, the exclusive refractors, I should say, 2 other refractors, one insert and one standard. There's Mr. Punk, the loser of that Roman Reigns match. We get another numbered card coming up here. Bang! Nikki Bella to 299. I like that coloration. That is super nice. Little almost aqua. Man, some of this stuff is even seemingly in the card. It's tops for you, man. They got to figure out a better way to do these cards so you don't have these issues. That's what I say, especially for the prices you pay. Road Dogg is our first diamond plate refractor, no longer with the company. And Ray Phoenix on the focus reel. WrestleMania was a great show. Watched it all. Didn't watch all the pre-shows and the post-shows because that's just nuts. I mean, the show itself was, I think a solid almost 8 hours, maybe just under 8 hours between the 2 nights. Joe Gacy, also no longer with the company, I believe. Sad state of affairs that they cut the entire Wyatt 6. Zarya. Brooks Jensen, who haven't seen him in forever. I don't know if he's still in NXT or not. And The Miz from the 2010s, possibly his most obnoxious era. But hey, it's when he was at his best, competing with John Cena at WrestleMania and winning the world title several times. We get Bianca Belair, recently announced at WrestleMania that she is expecting, so that is awesome for her and Tez. Drew McIntyre. And our next diamond plate, Andre Chase, another guy who I believe was released. And then the great Bruno Sammartino. Sold out the Garden, I don't know, hundreds of times or whatever it was. We get Grayson Waller. Still hanging out with New Day, I guess. I don't know why. Channing Stacks Lorenzo. Lita on the Legend. And Eras of Excellence Bailey, 2020s. Back when she was holding on to the 2 belts. Really cool. I like those Eras of Excellence ones. So I guess it's between those and the focus reel for being the more common inserts. Now we get Asuka. We get LA Knight, one of my absolute favorites that I just want them to do more with. Did have a good match at WrestleMania. The 6-man was nice. I mean, obviously another celebrity-filled thing with iShow Speed, etc. Dexter Lumis, unfortunately also no longer with the company, but nice refractor there. And Roxanne Perez on the focus reel. 2 packs to go. So almost seems like a numbered card per box. We'll have to see if that continues into the third box. Axiom, Ren Sinclair. Our next diamond plate, Ludwig Kaiser. Surprised they even do a regular old card of him, but maybe they're not doing cards of Grande Americano yet. They are pretty late with stuff sometimes. Punk in the 2010s. That'd be, what, probably right before he took off for good for 10 years anyway. Last pack, second blaster. Kicking it off with Sheamus. Love the Celtic Warrior. Oh, we get an auto. Yeah, buddy, bring it on. Ilya Dragunov. That is awesome. On-card auto, dude. What? Out of a blaster box. I will take that gladly. It's my goodness. He is... God darn, the stuff on these. But, he is an incredible talent. So it doesn't seem to be numbered, but it is a refractor. So how cool is that? Pop that in the top loader. Let me just do it off camera so that y'all can't see my shaking hands. But there we go. Oh, instantly vaults to top card of the rip so far. And then we finish with Bubba Ray Dudley and Focus Reel Liv Morgan. Not the one we're after. We need just a standard Liv Morgan for the buyback program. Or, you know what I mean, like some variation of the base card. Inserts do not count. Okay, so Ray Phoenix, followed by a numbered card. Luca Crucifino. And goodness, it's another one that got fired. Our diamond plate, Zoe Stark. Yet another one that has been fired. Wow. And Tito Santana. Well, Crucifino to $2.99, so very similar to the Nikki Bella, or well, exactly the same as the Nikki Bella. All right, we'll just go ahead and pop it in a sleeve here. Nia Jackson, Nikki Bella, clearly the better names there, but hey, you never know. Luca might show up on Impact or well TNA now, or AEW. There's another Gacy, Typhoon. One half of the Natural Disasters. Loving it. Booker T is our diamond plate. And Brutus Beefcake. Tag champ. That's from way back, right? WrestleMania 2? 2, yeah. And we have 4 to go, I think. Talatonga, one of the lone rookies. There we go. We grab that. I'll take it. Looks like he's going to be a beast. I mean, he's huge. Now we're up to Tyra May Steele, who I think is yet another person that they got rid of. There's some weird stuff going on with her, with where her name is, though. Check that out. Almost like the printing is almost got like a 3D thing to it or something. I don't know what's going on there. But she's another one of the rookies, so unfortunately... Look at that. That stuff's actually like stuck there. It's annoying. Anyway, and another one, Cutler James. So see, like I said, the entirety of Dark State, I believe, is in here as rookie cards. Braun Breaker. Easily one of the best in the business. I think once they let him become a good guy, dude's gonna be huge. Absolutely huge. Carmen Petrovic. Gunter, the career killer. Loomis on our diamond plate. And the Eras of Excellence, Seth Rollins, 2020s. Not even done with the 2020s, so. But a good choice, I suppose, for 2020 representation, 2020s. Charlie Dempsey. New Jack. Kiana James. And Johnny Gargano, Focus Reel. Actually, I was kind of surprised to see him not lose his job in the recent round of cuts they did, because I don't know what they're doing with him and Candice LeRae, but maybe they do have a plan for him, so, you know, good for them. I don't want to see anybody lose their dang jobs. Sean Spears, Johnny Gargano, speaking of which, And Hank Walker is our kind of standard refractor. And Eras of Excellence, Sheamus, 2010s. Back when he had that big old mohawk. So, I think best thing to do, at least for now, is we'll take the numbered cards. One pretty nice low numbered to 75 of Naya. The other two to 299. And then our Ilya autograph for the... We'll do a top 4, I guess. And we'll see what we can get out of the other boxes. So, that's where we'll leave this one. Hope you enjoyed it. I loved it. I mean, it's not hard to tell, you know, that this is my absolute favorite thing to open. So that's really why I was so disappointed last year when it was such a difficult thing to find and buy. So, but we did end up with some, and hope you guys check out those videos if you're interested, for sure. But with that said, let's go ahead and wrap this one up and get you guys on out of here before we go too long. If you've enjoyed this video, head down below, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you want to see the next part to this, the part 2, the other tag team are checking out what they're going to pull, and we'll compare it against the pulls from this one and determine the ultimate winner between the 2 videos from a nice 6-man or perhaps 6 blaster box tag match. And yeah, we put out videos every Monday and Friday. And you can click the little notification bell. They'll let you know every time we upload something brand new. But it's usually Monday and Friday. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The last thing I want to say is just thank you guys. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate each and every one of you out there. And again, everything would not be possible without you guys. So I appreciate you spending each and every second with me that you do. And again, just thanks for being such a tremendous, tremendous community. And I appreciate you. And with that said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.